Hello everybody, we are here in Holubice for our tournament that will determine which team will qualify, even though it's one round out of two, qualify for Battle of the Nations from Czech Republic. But also we will have some Polish teams joining us, less than we anticipated because Legenda Polnoci said that they will not be joining just a couple of days ago, sadly. But we have still Sierotki from Poland and the Silesian team, also from Poland. We will also have some female fights, but sadly we didn't manage to get any more female teams than Prague Vixens. They are part of SKSKB that hosts Prague Trolls, Prague Dwarfs and Prague Vixens. Speaking of Prague teams, we'll also have Pikarti, which is another Prague team not affiliated with SKSKB, so a little bit of concurrency for Prague. We will also have another Czech team, MFC Vysočina, who are really eager to go to Battle of the Nations, so they will fight hard to qualify, that's for sure. As I said, Prague Trolls, Prague Dwarfs, also known as Prague Trolls 2, and aforementioned Pikarti. Prague Trolls, of course, being heavy favorites, but you never know when the surprise happens. Let me know in the chat if you will want me to interview some fighter and maybe even post some questions for him. And we will be soon, in about 5 minutes. Soon we will be starting with female fights. Also, please keep in mind that we are in middle of quite historic Czech village, so if the connection is not optimal, it's the best we can do. So right behind me I can see female fighters getting ready, putting the helmets on. Sadly, as I said, it will be only Prague Vixens female fighters fighting between each other. But I can assure you they they don't mind fighting each other. They actually quite like it. And they will never skip a possibility to get a good scrap in. After they are finished fighting, we could maybe ask one of them to join us and provide their view on development of female fighting, female HMB, not just in Czech Republic but also worldwide. Sorry for the technical difficulty with the camera. Might happen from time to time. I'll try to keep it minimal.
No to ne, já jedu odsaď ještě na
So, hopefully I will not be fighting over the audio with Czech commentary that is present on the event, but let me know if it's a problem. And right now we will be having female fighters from Prague Vixens entering the list. We'll have the captain Jana Hrubešová coming to the list right now, and Pamela Pekárničková, Klára, Anežka Šenik, and Doubravka Krátka. Let's see how they compose their teams.
Holky slíbily, že nám ukážou určitě tak 4 kola vzájemného střetnutí, takže po každém tom kole, který si dali taky dát krátkou pauzičku, aby se nadechli, protože holky v této sestavě nemají nikoho na střídání, což je v tomto sportu velice důležitá věc.
Ještě než začne samotný plán, já poprosím kolem goldy ještě dále.
So, if I'm not mistaken, we have Jana, Klára and Kristýna on one team, and Anežka, Doubravka and one more on the other team. Pamela, sorry.
Které se pokouší jak technikou zbraní, tak bojovou technikou dostat svůj
Vidíme, že fajterka se snaží okreslit pečí slení, pomoct svojí kolegyni.
And first takedown.
Sama se dostala do problémů.
We have Kristýna fighting on the fence, closer to the camera, and one of the girls fighting two other. Yeah, Jana versus 2, and now it's Kristýna versus 2.
To se vidíte, že některý ty góly jsou takový statický, některý se snaží přebíhat, pomáhat se kamarádkám, stop fight.
Vidíme první kolo uzavřený, pravděpodobně zdá se.
A já bych řekl, že vyhráli Prague Vixens.
And as the local commentary rightly assumed, Prague Vixens won.
Vidíte, že o každou stranu se stará jeden jakoby supporter, který může případně při ztrátě, zničení nebo vypadnutí zbraně bojovníci nejejich zbraň podat.
Bojovník jim ztratí v duelu nebo v kontaktu s protivníkem svůj zbraň, dále se nesmí aktivně účastnit boje, jediný, co vlastně může, se běžet zpátky.
And of course, the biggest guy in here took the corner, so sorry if you can see some fighting actions over him. Kubzilla, of course. Well, he's a partner of Prague Vixens team captain Jana, so he's of course very supportive of her. All 3 fighters on the rail in the clinch. Some nice attempt for trip, but didn't work out. And we will have 2 on 1, and one of them managed to take out the other faster than the other. Three fighters. Nice strikes. On the right you can see, I think, Pamela and Jana fighting, and Pamela is delivering some big blows. But back to the clinch. Maybe get a little bit of rest.
Když ho zatlačí protivník přes padlého, tak upadnete sami vlastně ke cizí pomoci. Často se to využívá.
Teď už se podařilo vytvořit zase tam je vidět, že ta jedna bojovnice úplně nechce dovolit, aby
very even fight between the teammates of Prague Vixens. It's always interesting to see teammates fighting because they know the tricks of each other and are prepared for them. So it tends to be way more even.
Vidíte, že tam furt padají takový ty jakoby klamný, na první pohled slabý rány do té druhé dvojce, ale oni můžou mít svůj efekt, oni můžou třeba utrhnout soupeřce kus zbroje, můžou jí trošku vyhodit ze stability.
In female fights you often see strikes not being like the thing that takes the other fighter down unless it's a halberd. However, they can be way more strategic about the strike placement, because and that was a nice takedown, and it's 2 versus 1. But what I was saying is that you can see them placing those strikes much more intelligently, because they are probably trying to chop off some part of equipment and disable the fighter that way.
A teď dostávám informaci, že ta jediná samotná bojovnice, která tam šeríkem byl, je Jana Holubice, která se narodila tady v Holubicích, že pořádnej konec!
And Jana, the one fighter that is facing 2 other, was born in this village, so she's defending the home turf. Maybe that's what's driving her to be able to withstand the overpower for so long.
Teď pen, pořádně chytla. Pozor, stop fight.
Well, she didn't manage to win, but she definitely gave a good showing. That Holubice don't give up.
Tak to může brát hodně sil a takže ty Holubice zaslouží velké hodně, že to v tom zdroje ještě to Holubice docela na služku, co určitě zaslouží velké hodně.
Podotýkáme, že zbroj, kterou na sobě holky mají, tak váží minimálně od 25 kg, 30 kg určitě. A některé větší postavy se samozřejmě podívají do víc plechy, takže je tam i větší váha. Takže se u chlapů dostáváme někdy až na 40 kg váhy zbroje, tak si představte, že máte 120 kg
bit of break between the fights. Of course, it's only one team fighting, no substitutes, so let's give them a little bit of breather and back to the fighting.
Teď vidíme, že holky potřebují nabrat trochu vzduchu, odpočinout, ale ještě nám určitě nějaký kola ukážou, takže se máme ještě na co těšit.
Protože vlastně máte skoro celou část zvuka. Takže máte skoro celou část zvuka zakrytou plechama a různými jinými doplňkama, tak vlastně z toho vašeho těla se nedá příliš odpařovat a chladit. Vlastně jenom průzory v helmě je chvíle, kdy vlastně se dá říct o tom, že dostáváte trošku vzduchu.
Sorry if the streamer, we are in the middle of quite historic village, so and we are not on Wi-Fi, just hotspot, so the connection might not be perfect, but it's the best we can do.
Takže ještě když budete jako si stěžovat na to, jak je hrozný mít 5 minut tramvaj respirátor, tak si vzpomeňte tady na ty holky a kluky, kteří to nosejí 10 minut v kuse třeba. A to ještě dobrovolně. Se změnilo složení.
We got a little bit of swap of the teams, so you can probably just follow your favorite fighter. And that was a quick takedown by Pamela. And now she gets to work on the other two. Oh, that was quite a strike by the Axe. We can see Pamela scouting for an option to break out and do some proper striking. Pardon my language.
Máme vlastně několik týmů. První tým je RKS Silesia, na kterou se ještě čeká. Doufám, že už jsou na cestě. Další jsou Sierotki, další polský tým. No, přijet ještě třetí polská formace, ta bohužel nedorazila. Máme tady úplného nováčka na české scéně a obecně v Buhurtovém kláni. Jsou to Pikarti z Prahy. Dále máme MFC Vysočinu, která je z nejstarších klubů, který tady jsou.
And we will be going for one more round, I think, the last one, and then we will switch to men's 5 versus 5. So let's enjoy the last one of the females. Waiting from the start was quickly replaced by proper action, and we can see Jana and Pam, and Clara wrestling on the right, 1-for-1 on the left.
Vysočina a Pikarti.
Proper wrestling action and good defense from Jana, but she managed to take her down with her. And it's the last one standing, that's Clara. So, yet again, Prague Vixens won.
Velký potlesk pro holky. Tohle byly Prague Vixens. jsem, tady vpravo ženskýho Buhurtu. Ještě než začnou samotný fighty, bych vám rád představil naše rozhodčí. Hlavním maršálem, Night Marshal, Alexander Titov z Ruska. Nela Právníčková, Martin Stadler.
And here we have our judges. Alexander Titov, Nela Trávničková and Martin Stadler.
A čtvrtý rozhodčí Tomáš Bachratý.
And Tomáš Bachratý in his first showing as a judge.
A teď už bych do toho ještě rád pozval pražské trpaslíky. Tenhle tým prošel dlouhým vývojem po přes takový srandatý, až přes pražskou holotu, až sem po pražský trpaslíky. My se stali skutečnou regulární pražskou dvojkou, takže velký potlesk.
So, as we will be starting our male category, we will have team Vysočina, Prague Trolls 2, Sierotki, not Legenda Půlnoci. They cancelled their attendance on the tournament. We'll have Pikarti also, and Prague Trolls 1, and RKS Silesia. And to the list we can see entering Sierotki, the Polish team. And as for Sierotki, we are having Janusz Gierkurskiewicz. Sorry for butchering Polish names. Kamil Shumilievich, Lukáš Dlugoš, Stanislav Kolantinski. Guys, I'm so sorry. Piotr Kopeč, Marcin Táborovský. And against them will be Prague Trolls 2, also known as Prague Dwarfs. And for Prague Trolls 2, also known as Prague Dwarfs, we have Tomáš Gadočík as a captain, Jan Kutnar, Dan Melichar, known as Punky, Štěpán Hodr, Ladislav Gergel, Stanislav Jung, Michal Harapes and Tomáš Váňa. So good mixture of newer fighters and experienced veterans.
A další fight byl Vysočina a Pikarti, takže please Vysočina and Pikarti be ready for the next fight, thank you.
Třetí fight bude Trollové a Sierotky, až si odpočunou.
Zrovna Sierotky a pražský trpaslíci si myslím, že mohou být hodně zajímavý fight. Polská liga patří k jedním jako z nejprestižnějších na světě. Je to jedna z kolíbek HMB. Když se tam jezdilo sbírat spoustu zkušeností, že doufám, že vám ty kluci z Polska ukážou pořádný a pěkný Buhurt.
And here will be an interesting comparison. And the teams are at it. Dwarfs against Sierotki. Some good clinch work, but also some heavy striking. And good takedown from Prague Dwarfs. And Halberdier gets to work, and that was right on the stomach into the soft. Oh, the soft strikes are the ones that hurt, or the strikes into the soft. Some good work from the Halberdier. Heavy strikes, but the Polish are showing their legendary endurance. And as for the video skipping, I'm really sorry about that, but we don't have good connection here. This is the best we can do. I'll try to maybe adjust the quality of the stream a little bit. Let's hope that it helps, but sadly we are in the middle of quite historic village. Nice dodge and good strikes from Hara. And Prague tries to look to have the round one in the bag.
Takže to vypadá, že tohle kolo vyhráli po krajský trpaslíci. Tak co, líbili se vám první Buhurt dneska? Jo.
A to připojení je fakt.
Mě to občas asi převozilo na diváky.
Naseká se tam. Já jsem trošku snížil, ale to vala.
A pak si ještě jedním prstem na displeji můžeš zvolit jako...
Ale on tam tolik nevadí.
No, tenhle ten fight byl 2 minuty.
I will try to decrease the quality of the stream a little bit. Let's see if it helps.
Jo, bojovníci vystřídají, já vidím, že už tam přišel Jan Pěta Kutnár do kolbiště. Jo, tak mu takhle stojí, tam se taky neslouží. Já tam vidím Tomáše Gajdošíka, jestli se nepletu.
And we are slowly getting ready for round number 2. The round number 1 went to Prague Dwarfs. And as you can see, guys are developing really fast. Even though it's team number 2 of Prague Trolls, they are able to beat one of the most legendary Polish teams. A little bit of duel in the middle by the team captain Tomáš Gajdošík. And as it looks, also team captain of Sierotki. So a little bit of captain duel. And that was brutal takedown on the right by Pidel. Sent the Polish guy flying, but over the Polish guy, one of the dwarfs went flying. And Stepan goes to work with heavy strikes to the back. Oh, I didn't say the most, I said one of the most, but of course I think everybody who is about Central European Buhurt scene of course knows Sierotki.
Vysočina a Pikarti!
And that was second round to Prague Dwarfs. So they won 2-0 over Sierotki. A surprise to some, I would say. And to the list we can see MFC Vysočina coming, who has some of the longest fighting fighters in Czech Republic, including long-time Czech team captain Pepa Josef Pohol, who was now replaced by team captain of Czech team Daniel Dufek, but he is his vice now. Alongside Josef Pohol, we have Tomáš Samec, his brother David Samec, Ivo Veselý, Martin Špaček, Mirek Svoboda, Pavel Kaláp. You may know him for great shields used all over the world, and a mercenary, or not mercenary really, he joined the team, Mikhail Morgulis from Israel, the legendary one. And against them we see a newcomer to the Czech scene, Pikarti. Nobody really saw much action from them yet, but they are looking to prove themselves here and even earn a spot on the national team for Battle of the Nations. And here we can see the start of the action. A huge strike to the shoulder by Kolchos, the team captain of Pikarti. Some nice wrestling action, gets one of the Pikarti down by Mikhail Morgulis. And there he is on the other side. And Morgulis tried to charge Kolchos and the help of his teammate, but in the process he just moved the Kolchos and teammate fell to the ground. And now he will get some action from Kolchos. And he got away. Not really, got hooked somehow. And there is no fear from Morgulis when it comes to fighting. And Morgulis goes to the ground, courtesy of Kolchos. Of course, Kolchos is also a veteran of Czech scene, but he, until now, didn't have his own team really. And now he looks to take round one from one of the most experienced fighters. And this is quite an upset for Czech scene. Nobody expected Pikarti to do so well against the way more experienced MFC Vysočina. Oh, that's great that it helped. That's perfect. Thank you for letting me know. But it's not over yet. It's not over yet. But these strikes are making me think it might be over soon. However, the longer the fight goes, the more tired the big guys from Pikarti will get. And it's the round one for Pikarti over Vysočina. That's a big upset for anyone who knows something about Czech scene.
Nováček turnaje 4-1.
To byl krásný fight, co tomu říkáš, to je překvapení.
No já jsem se tady bavil s jedním naším kamarádem, který byl za půl...
Let's see how Vysočina can change things up to get themselves round number 2 and move it to the third, where they might be having a big advantage because of their experience.
Když tak jako supporty si sebou noste i vodu, ať se můžou prostě napít.
Od toho tady byly holky, my jsme nesli bednu se zbraněma. Takže jste na poslední chvíli rozhodl, vole, že si necháš skurvit zdraví. Ty si tady zhraješ ten, vole, mazejček.
Co radíme, myslím, že to Pikarti znovu zopakujou. No já myslím, že Vysočina, pevně věřím, že Vysočina se další ze světů, že tam bylo fakt spoustu.
I don't know how well versed in English Kolkhoz is, but I might be. I could be translating for him. So let's see if he will be willing to give us interview when he has some break. And the round 2 started. No takedowns yet. Oh no, there was a takedown. There it is. I think one of the Vysočina guys is down. And Pikarti are again in power play. And that's another Vysočina fighter down, along with one from Pikarti. Or am I mistaken? I can't really see too well from my position. And one of the Pikarti guys was seated by a judge. We see some strong wrestling from Pikart fighter, but he goes down as well. And now we have 1-on-1 in each side of the list. And Vysočina gets into the power play. And it's looking better for them than it was at the start of the fight to get the round 2 and use their experience in round number 3. The fighter from Pikarti is maybe in a little bit of disadvantage because he has to deal with his own double-handed Falchion. And also Pepa, Josef Pohol, the captain. Or no, no, that's I think that's Ivo Vesely, also big veteran of Czech scene, holding in on the list. And the other fighter now getting a little bit of rest, but and the Vysočina guys are giving him a beating. But for a new guy, the Pikart is holding up pretty well. Not using too much power, letting his opponents waste it without taking too much damage. Some punches to the side of the head. He doesn't show any willingness to give up anytime soon. We are going to have to work for this takedown. And there is a minute and a half left in this round. after it runs out. If I remember the rules correctly, MFC Vysočina should win if they manage to keep both fighters standing. And you can see the Vysočina guy tired as hell. And stop fight was called due to time running out.
How much time left? 3 minutes.
Two and a half.
2.5, yeah.
Super výsledek pro Vysočinu, to se tady to kazilo.
And we don't have definitive decision on whether this was even or a round for Vysočina. And I got confirmation that it's a draw.
Zbývá přibližně 2,5 minuty.
And the big guy Kolchos goes back to the field. If you mean the marshal, Alexander Titov, he of course travels all over. He's very experienced marshal. We are lucky to have him on our local tournaments. He moved to Prague. And captain of Vysočina with his new helmet, he has some issues with it. So he asked also a veteran, Mirek Svoboda, also known as Gogi, to stand in for him. And as the last round was a draw, Vysočina will need to win 2 and Pikarti will need to win 1 to win this round. Of course, there are high stakes in this tournament for all Czech teams because it's also an elimination for national team. 1 of 2 rounds. And again, we can see Morgulis and 2 Vysočina guys managed to bring down Kolchos, but for some reason Morgulis was seated too. I didn't see why, but it's still not over for Pikarti then. Helma! So, pardon me for screaming, but the guy just lost his helmet. And MFC Vysočina took the round. And if the last one was a draw, that means they will need to win 1 more.
Alex, 1 minute 40.
1 minute 40.
Já si dám technický hlášení, prosím pána, od zákrát.
Looks like he's okay.
Po nabíjačkách, tak se u mě může stavit.
And he also gave us a nice smile to the commentary booth.
Nabíječku chtěl.
So now and now we go to the decider. Who wins this one? Wins points to the elimination tournament for Battle of the Nations. Stakes are high. Emotions are... they can be felt in the air.
Můžu se zeptat pán v bílém tričku, vy jste jakože divák nebo support? Určitě jako dál. Jo, a tady na takhle tímhle tím směrem, jo?
Tak čtvrtý kolo, který může rozhodnout, jak jsem říkal, tady ten cíl je takové nerovnaný, protože klidně může jít za to, tady jeden z těch dvou týmů bude na půlství světa.
Pořešil jsem to sekání. Anetko. Slyším, to asi není dobrý. Pořešil jsem to sekání. Podívej, to dobrý. Teams are taking a little bit of breather. Of course, they just went through 3 rounds, and 4th is still yet to come. And in my opinion, we could see the experience of MFC Vysočina showing, because they know how it is, how it feels to go into the later rounds. While this is a new one for Pikarti.
Po trolech jdete vy, jo?
So they had their break. Let's get to the fighting now. The decider round.
Jak jsme říkali, tak Vysočina si nadraftovala jednoho fightera z Ural, Michala Morgulce, velká profighterská hvězda, tak doufáme, že ten fight motivuje.
And of course the most experienced is probably Morgulis that fights for Vysočina. We see Vysočina pushing Pikarti to the side, and there the experience of Morgulis showed. The halberdier wasn't paying attention for a split of a second, and he goes down. And now it's power play for Vysočina. Another fighter from Vysočina and Pikarti went down. So 4 versus 2 now, or 4 versus 3, sorry. Another Picard is down, and there shows the experience of Vysočina. However, it's not over yet. Heavy strikes, even from the one-handed weapon. To the ass. Picards are not, and few heavy strikes sealed the deal, and Vysočina gets a point to the elimination tournament to qualify for Battle of the Nations for Czech team. But it was really great showing from Pikarti. We need to take into account that this was their first major tournament, and now we will have again Sierotki and again Trolls, but this time Trolls number 1.
Tohle bude ostrý, tak dál.
Of course, Prague Trolls leading the Buhurt League tables for Western Europe. And if I'm not mistaken, they are also leading the world's tables in Buhurt League. So we can see the team number 1, at least point-wise. But, I'm saying at least point-wise, but when you see them fighting, you know that the points are well deserved. But Sierotki took a loss from Prague Trolls 2, also known as Prague Dwarfs, and it might have got them motivated to take the vengeance. And you can also see a giant guy, probably even bigger than Kolchos, in Jakub Draxler, also known as Kubzilla, also with big strike, not just wrestling. You gotta love when big guys are not just wrestling. Captain Jan Burgerstein of Prague team is waiting for his opportunity and ordering team around. And there goes his opportunity, and the Sierotki fighter goes down in just one hit. And we can see also another big guy, Matouš Petřík, beating down the Sierotki fighter. And that's 5-0 for Trolls, and the guy that got the halberd hit into the ribs is now being taken care of by the doctors. Let's hope he's alright.
A prosím, aby se okolo vyšli připravili Vysočina a pražský trpaslíci. Další fajnou Vysočina a trpaslíci.
The size of Jan Burgerstein might get you mistaken, because he's not the tallest fighter in the list. And the Sierotki fighter is on his feet, leaving the field on his own legs, and he looks a little bit shaken, but nothing serious. Round number 2 between Sierotki and Prague Trolls. And as I was saying earlier, you can be mistaken by size of Jan Burgerstein, the captain of Prague Trolls, but he's a great fighter and he's also strong as hell. His shoulders are super wide and beautiful running, beautiful wrestling, 2 down. And it looks like another quick round. Big aggression, huge strikes on the right by Prague Trolls. You really don't want to be in this washing machine. And back to the Jan Burgerstein. It only takes 1 hit to sit you on your ass from Jan Burgerstein. But here you could see a display of no halberds, just aggression and beautiful wrestling. And now my personal favorite on this tournament, not a team, but a fight between 2 teams. Prague Trolls 2, also known as Prague Dwarfs, and Vysočina, that we could see just before, have a hard fight against Pikarti. And these 2 teams are considered very even. However, Prague Dwarfs are constantly going around tournaments, gathering experience. Vysočina is not as active. They are active, but not as active. So let's see if the gap between the 2 teams was made bigger, or if they are still as even, and we will see very interesting and even fight. And as a reminder, these 2 teams, or all Czech teams here, are fighting for their spot on a national team for Battle of the Nations. And both these teams really want it. So this should be heated.
Když vidíte trpaslíky Vysočinu, připravují se Pikarti a Trolové a další bude Vysočina a Sierotki.
Tohle se typuji, že jenom jeden z těch vyrovnanějších fightů. Vysočina, jak jsem říkal, jsou zkušení matadoři, ještě posílení na Michaela Holubice. A pražský trpaslíci, někdo určitě nebudou chtít zádat zajímavé, to bude hodně dlouhý a vyrovnaný, si myslím.
Tension is in the air.
Nezopakuje ty smíchy, které dělala ve svém prvním fightu. To si věřím, že je nepřipuští.
And here we go. Vysočina is the one that pushes at the start. Big strikes. And beautiful action to help Pidel from captain of Prague Dwarfs. 2 of the guys of Vysočina down, 3 of them. And that's the round number 1 for Prague Dwarfs. So, the round number 1, we could see that these teams are not as even as they used to be. The Prague Dwarfs really made this one a quick one.
Já taky ne, já jsem si sledoval, co tam vyhrádí tam Michal Regule, jsem tam pořádně škodil, ale ostatní tým, to v tom nechal nahoře.
Yes, I know that in Poland you do like the All-Stars team, basically, for Battle of the Nations. But yeah, here we do the whole teams. There's some adjustments during the season to the team, but mostly the basis sticks together. And it's not just or I'm not saying one is better than the other, but in Czech guys' opinion, it's not just the individual performance of the fighters, but the team work that wins the fights just as well. And the round number 2 started. No takedowns yet from either team. Nice dodge from Ladislav Gergel. And Team Vysočina actually has a great control over the field, positionally, but and they transformed it into a first takedown. But one of the Vysočina guys fell down during this action close to us too. And it's even again. And Stepan Hodr here went for a weapon. And right next to me is his girlfriend, Aneška Šonik, who was cheering for Stepan. Maybe a bit too loud, maybe you could hear it. Also a fighter that you could see fighting in the female category. Another couple that we have of fighters. Nazdar. And another takedown, and we can see Prague Dwarfs have the lead, and 2 versus 1, and he frees the halberd, and the halberd gets to work. Some punishment being delivered, and the Prague Dwarfs win this fight and move closer to being qualified for the Battle of the Nations national team. Czech Republic is in Silver League, and we have 2 teams that qualify. So it would be interesting to have a whole club being qualified. Because of course Prague Dwarfs and Prague Trolls are from one club, SKSKB.
Připravují se Pikarti a Pražští Králové, následuje Vysočina versus Sierotki. Tohle může být hodně hezký fight, protože věřím, že Králové se neváží velký mocnou. Nebudou v tom kolbišti KBB lešenky. To může být hodně znít.
I could hear from behind me, captain of Prague Dwarfs, Tomáš Gadešík, not too pleased with the performance, even though it was quite decisive. And here we go with Prague 1, Prague Trolls 1, and Pikarti. This is the most experienced and most accomplished team against the least experienced and the least accomplished yet team. So let's see the Trolls give a good greeting and show Pikarti who's the boss in the Prague, because both teams are from Prague. Or maybe it will be the other way around and we will see an unthinkable upset.
So fighters, after this fight, 10 minutes pause, break, 10 minutes break.
So after this fight, we will have a 10-minute break, and let's see if we can get someone for an interview. I think fighters that are currently fighting will not be willing to do an interview because they will be going over the team tactics and stuff like that, but maybe we have Fredrik Søyborg from Denmark watching, so might be interesting to have him.
A jak vidím kolko, že ten do toho kolbiště nejde úplně svěže, člověče. Ten tam asi dostal někde nějakou ránu na kolena, na kýčel.
And it looks like Kolchos is a little bit injured. He limps a little bit.
Páté střetnutí.
Tak tohle se zní od krolu.
And again, Jan Burgerstein with the halberd strikes.
Medic! Medic! Ne, OK.
Je dobrý, je dobrý. It looked like we have an injury again, but he's fine. And again, from Jan Burgerstein strikes, he's brutal with that halberd. And draws one 5-0. However, it wasn't maybe as blitzkriegi as we expected. Pikarti are giving a really good showing in this tournament.
Ale jo, zvedá se v pohodě. Není potřeba.
Jo, zvedá se, tak to nemohlo být tak strašný, paráda. Když oni tady ty kluci se zvednou, když normální člověk by se asi nevled.
But no surprise in the result.
Takže taky přesvědčivě kolegové turnaji vládnou. Tak uvidíme, jak dopadne toto kolo.
Round number 2. Trolls pushing Picard to Picard's side. Holy smokes, that was a takedown from Picard. But his it quickly takes care of him.
Stop! Hey, stop! Maťo, stop!
Ale po všem!
And it's all over. And the big guy, Kolchos, looks like he got some injury. And his helmet was taken down, but doesn't look like head injury. Just still in the list. Medics are taking good care of him. And he's walking. He'll be fine.
Honzo? Honzo, v pohodě?
And now we are heading to our 10 minutes break, so let me see if I can get someone for an interview. And I'm back, and I managed to get for an interview a captain of Prague Dwarfs, or Prague Trolls number 2, Tomáš Gajdošík. Hey. Okay, should be working now. Sorry, I had different scene and didn't put microphone there. So, my question to Tomáš, who is captain of Prague Dwarfs, also known as Prague Trolls number 2, was how, what did they change that they weren't as even as they were before with Vysočina, but in this fight they completely rolled over them, basically. So, what made this gap between you two now happen?
Hello everyone on the screen. Actually, the change we did was that during Corona we were not just sitting on our asses, but we were building together with Trolls One, our club SKSKB PRAHA. We were building new gym, and we drafted some new exciting people that were working on their equipment. So now we have some new fighters with new armor, and we had a chance to go to the tournament to Hungary to test them in the battlefield. So I would say that it was luck and also a bit of our dwarvish attitude that we were strong training, and we were actually wanting to beat Vysočina.
Yeah, for sure. It's basically you shown that you are the ones who really want to go as Czech Republic number 2 for Battle of the Nations. Were you worried that there might be a possibility that you will not go, that some other team will qualify, or you trusted your preparation?
Actually, this chance is still here. We were not fighting with Pikarts, for example.
Pikarts are giving pretty good showing on their first tournaments.
Really awesome show they are doing. Really good fights they are showing us, and I'm looking forward to meet them on the battlefield in the list. And to your question, we are still worried that we won't be the Czech Republic 2 for Battle of the Nations, because there will be more tournaments to come, more eliminations. I would
One
say
more round, I think.
one more is already planned. I'm not sure if we will have the third round. I guess Corona and situation will show off, and yeah, I'm still worried. I'm not like sure that we will go, and that's the thing of the captain mind. You should think about that, and you should think about other possibilities, and you should try to do your best and get the best from your team.
Yeah, so you basically answered my next question, that if you are happy with the preparation you had for this tournament, and how the new gym, how do you feel that the new gym helped you? Because if you guys didn't see the new gym, it looks like really like professional martial arts gym. Take a look at the Facebook of SKSKBP. So yeah, so I wanted to ask if there is anything you would change or improve in your preparation. So you said basically.
I actually can say more, I guess, because I would change it. That I would like to have more time to prepare my guys and to prepare like all the fighters for the fights. But we had time since May when we were able to already train again because of the Corona restrictions. So I would say that I would like to have more time. I would like to have more time to train in the armor, because for many of us, the Hungarian tournament 2 weeks, I guess, or 3 weeks ago, was actually our first tournament after 1.5 year break. So yeah, I would definitely change that, and I would really be happy to have more fights in armor.
But the team is, from what I could notice, is way more dedicated than it used to be back in Pražská Holota days. That was the team before Prague Wars happened.
Yeah, actually we are more dedicated because we've decided that we will want to make our own team soon. Like for now we are like fighting with trolls. We are in a trolls drafts and everything, and you can see that we are still trolls too. But we would like to have our own team more ready for Battle League. We would be really happy to join Battle League soon and gain our own points. And our goal in the future is to stand on a victory parade together with trolls.
Sounds like ambitious plans, but yeah, I trust you with that, and hopefully I will take part in that achievement too.
Yeah, great.
So yeah, thank you, Tomáš, and good luck in your next fights, especially against Pikarti.
Thank you for your questions and your time, and greetings from Czech Republic.
And let me see if I can get some more interviews. And sadly, we will not be having another interview. Well, not sadly, because we are back to fights. And it will be Sierotki against Vysočina. But maybe more interviews in next break. Hope to like the one with Tomáš. He did a lot for development of not just Czech team or Czech HMB, but HMB in general. He did a major job on organizing the both Battle of the Nations in Prague, promoting them. And now he's a captain of his own team. Or he wants to be a captain of his own team, because now it's more like Trolls B. But he wants Prague Dwarfs to really be its own unit. Not just to be a sidekick to Trolls, but their actual concurrents.
Tak pojďte, Vysočina, do kouliště, pojďte.
Sorry if I didn't finish that it will be Sierotki versus Vysočina.
Si vám trochu rozseděli, si nechce zvedat, to vypadá.
Sierotki are already in the field, and you are still waiting for Vysočina. But I can see them heading to the list right now. And of course the well-known chant of Sierotki. To jsme my, Sierotki. And this should be another even one. However, the ones we did not expect to be even were even as hell, and those that we expected to be a wash, or the ones that we didn't expect to be a wash, was quite a wash.
Ještě vás jednou poprosím, když takhle potkáváte se s těma fightera v té backstage, oni mají na hlavách ty helmy a ty zbroje, oni nás neslyší a moc nevidějí. Když ho potkáte, umněte mu, on vám neumne, nemá důvod, on má o 50 kg víc než vy.
Final checkup by the experienced marshal Alexander Titov. And we will see Team Sierotki from Poland and Team Vysočina from Czech Republic. Sierotki and Vysočina both have great experience, long time fighters. Let's see who utilizes that experience better. Big strikes from the Polish halberd, but that was big charge from one eager Vysočina guy, but the Polish guy managed to dodge and pushed him out of the field. And now he gets to work with his double-handed falchion, took another one down. Morgulis trying to salvage the situation, but gets into a little bit of washing machine between the two fighters. 1-on-1 for Morgulis. And then he gets running again and tries to make Sierotki feel like they are not in the power play. But Sierotki are sitting on 5 versus 2 lead. And Morgulis goes down, and another Vysočina guy goes down, and it's clear win for Sierotki. In the round number 1. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Sierotki brought their own little fan club. That cheers them on and gives them that necessary extra points of energy.
To je podle mě Alexandrova.
Huge strikes. And also quick action from Vysočina. They were formerly known as a team of big tanks, absolute units, but now they brought in a few faster fighters, younger ones, and they complement them pretty well. However, Sierotki took lead again with some nice wrestling action and are utilizing it quite well. Knees to the stomach, and Vysočina guy managed to take the one, however didn't manage to get up and goes 1-1, but it was nice action given that he was 2 versus 1. Sierotki are commanding the field and just choosing the targets. And that was to the gap, 1 strike, and he goes down. 2-0 for Sierotki. For the next one, we will be having ourselves the anticipated fight from team captain of Prague Trolls 2, or Prague Dwarfs, versus Pikarti. Dobrý, ty vole, jak tady 2-1.
To se bál zvednout, aby nedostal tu Buhurčku vedle, vole. Já jsem cítím kurva na keku, vole.
Pikarti za první nájezd
Pikarti, pojďte do kolbiště, už tam na vás čekají. Ale si myslím, už tam jsou pěti. Tak.
Máme tady 7-5. Naše Atletico však zkontroloval. Jdeme na to.
And here we go. Prague Trolls 2, also known as Prague Dwarfs, against the newcomers Pikarti. Careful start of the first round.
No, trošku jsem čekal, že mě Pikarti mítnou, že to měli rychlost trhu, ale je to hodně
Nice work from the halberdier in the middle. And it was a big strike from another Pikarti halberdier. And Prague Dwarfs shown their strength in field commandment and running and experience. Another time that the big halberdier from Pikarti didn't check his surroundings and got taken down. But that comes with experience. And another nice wrestling action from Prague Dwarfs. Another goes down from Pikarti. And now we go for some nice choppy boy action.
No, je hotovo, trpaslíci vítězej! A jen pilotní strach zase na strajky!
Prague Dwarfs win their round. Oh, and it turns out that Pikarti, that I forgot to mention, have also a support from Israel. Gili Weiss, that came with Michal Morgulis.
Dokážou se ještě Pikarti vrátit k těm skvělým výkonům, které předváděli na začátku.
So, yeah, quite a strong Israeli representation on our tournament in Holubice.
A jdeme zase na to, Pikarti a trpaslíci!
Again, careful start to the round, and another time that the big halberdier gets taken down from the side. Big strikes from the halberd, and that was to the gap, and he goes down. Bam, bam, and X-Man gets to work. (4-0 for Prague Dwarfs, and that's 2-0 for rounds. So the Dwarfs win yet again. So far, the SKSKB club that contains Prague Dwarfs and Prague Trolls is undefeated. And we will be having Prague Trolls 1 versus Vysočina, which back in the ye olde days was like I don't know, rugby between Australia and New Zealand. But the gap between the teams started to get bigger and bigger as Trolls were collecting golds and experience from tournaments all over Europe. But I'm sure Vysočina will still want to show them that they are not to be forgotten as worthy opponents. We are waiting for Alexander Titov to do some checkup on Vysočina fighter. And the first round between Vysočina and Prague Trolls. And that was a quick takedown from Vysočina guy. And we can see Václav Sokol going to work, giving his opponent some nice, as we say, chlebíček řízeček. And it's all over with. But at the start, it looked like Vysočina is... They trust them. They trust themselves. They are not here to give any free points for the elimination tournament that decides who goes to Battle of the Nations. Well, one of the tournaments that decides who goes. And now in the field we can see again the captain Jan Burgerstein and Batizvati in the middle, two small guys, and then the mountains on the side. And round number 2 starts. We can see Morgulis doing his running, creating the chaos, but Mateusz Petřík throws him away, but goes down too. Oh no, that wasn't Mateusz Petřík. Mateusz Petřík is working there on the side with someone else. And there he goes to the ground, one of the Vysočina guys. And now we go to the good old washing machine in the corner. Jan Burgerstein doing his striking with the halberd. I don't know how well you can hear, but those strikes are echoing. And the opponent wasn't too happy about him being hit so hard, I guess, or as much. But Jan Burgerstein correctly said that, well, it's the marshal's job to stop the fight, not mine. And as a little treat for Prague Trolls 1, they are going straight away to another fight. Now against Silesia, who just got to the tournament. Finally, they had some trouble with their car on the way here and got into the armor, and now they are going to do their fighting. It's going to be a lot of fighting. They are fighting almost every round now. So just to iterate it again, Prague Trolls 1 just fought, and they are going to fight now again against Silesia, which is a Polish team. Silesia team is consisting of, let me get the names so I can fuck up Polish names again. Oh no, the fight starts. Let's see that happening. And Hulk, who was formerly a Prague Troll, is now fighting for Silesia, and he got straight away into the battle, but he got taken down by Brecha. It's an even one. We have one troll down, one Silesian guy down, which is Hulk. The former troll. Oh my god, did you see that? He just waited for him and gave him the jab. He's probably still shaken. Vyhrál si dobře. Oh, that was perfect. Well, Kubzilla, the biggest Prague guy, just casted a fist and rolled a 20.
Sierotki, 10 minutes break after this fight, okay?
And the fight starts again, number 2. And Hulk got into the round with a fast start and took down one troll, took down second troll, had a big jumping kick. Way more even round now. Baptiste is almost out of the field, and he popped back in. Some action in the corner. Big strikes for Matouš Petřík. No, that's Kubzilla. That's Kubzilla. That is holding all of the fighters in there. Silesian guy goes down.
Batistovi pomožte!
Baptiste is just flying around. And after all, the Trolls won, but this round was really tense.
Halko, máme tady kameru a všechno.
So we head into another 10-minute break, and then it will be Sierotki against Silesia. And let me see if I can get someone for the interview again. Okay, so I got for the interview Frederick Sorboy. Sorry, I fucked that up again.
We'll just call it Cyborg. American
Cyborg,
Cyborg,
okay.
yeah,
The well-known fighter from the twin duo of Soyborgs, who is watching the tournament, not fighting here. But tell me, how do you like the tournament so far?
It just got heavy. It got nice. I think there's a lot of there's a good speed. After Corona times, people seem a little bit slower, but I think there's a good speed. Lots of aggression. More teams would be nice, but it's a good aggression, especially Silesia came now with Hulk. Good kicks, good movement. I think it's perfect. They stepped up the game. I like it. It's like that's a dangerous Polish guy, but he's Czech, so.
Yeah, he recently moved to Poland and is getting the big role. So let's hope to see him on more tournaments because it's a really interesting fight style he has.
It's good. It's active. It's movement. It's and I like to see that kind of fight. Even though you do it on the rail, it's effective. But this shit is like it's gonna change many fights.
Yeah, and as for the other fights, did you expect? Well, I don't know how much you know about Czech scene, but the Pikarti guys are really a new team. I think it's their first tournament or something, and they are holding up to other teams.
Pikarti, is that the team with
the black circuit and the cup, red cup.
Okay, I think I have to tell those guys actually. I think they did really well. I'm very sad to see the full plate helmet RMA guy go down so easily, but his friend and new guy did very well. Not as good hits, but he took some good shots and he go back in the list. where the captain, I'm not sure he's captain or founder of the team, started. Yeah, he was a little bit. Yeah, I think people on the stream know what I mean if they saw the fight.
Yeah, they definitely do. And tell me about how the HMB is doing in Denmark. Did the lockdown hit you hard, or?
It did, but I don't think that was the issue before, because HMB in Denmark has been dissolving over some years. But we are coming back hard and fast, and I think because my brother and I know people from all across the country, we are gathering people now to a tournament the 28th of August, and it's going to do some pretty big things in Denmark for sure.
Great to hear, and hope to see you not as on the interview, but in the list also.
I'm shaking just want to fight now. It's like
Yeah, I feel the same. I also had quite a long break, and it's torture to see people fight and not be able to fight yourself. Right?
yeah, and also like when from the nice outside view is like, oh, this is ready, this is good. Like you can call a throw, but again, it's just nice to see the good teamwork, the camaraderie, and all this stuff we really like to see. And it's good weather, perfect weather for Buhurt.
Oh yeah, it's great. And yeah, so we got used to a little bit higher standard of tournaments, like not in here, like in the middle of the village with some local small pub and stuff like that, but in like nice halls and stuff like that. Is this like, how do you feel about this like blast from the past a little bit?
Yeah, it's a good word. It's a good phrasing, blast from the past, because we yeah, it's a really good one. I don't care. I think this is very nice. It's all about, like, we could meet in a field and people wouldn't care. It's all about the fighting. It's always nice when you get the good location, like we do in Aalborg. We had 2 locations. One is very nature nice. The other one is a stone throw from the center of the city. So it's 2 different things. One will give you audience. One will give you maybe money. The other one will give you fighter satisfaction probably. So yeah, I think it's nice.
And what do you think about the trolls doing what they do, but not just on this tournament, but they are really stepping up their game all the time, and maybe and maybe even I don't want to get ahead of myself, but maybe attacking the top ranks of the world. Like, they are first in Buhurt League, but everybody knows that the Russian teams are still the best, but maybe they could be pushing that?
I think they always have pushed it. I don't think it's a new thing. I think they're doing great stuff, and I'm looking forward to how the scene is now after Corona. Who trained, who didn't, who got new members that does more, or all this stuff. But I think I always love to watch Trolls fight because they have Kuba, Matos, the big guys. They have Jan, Dufek. Dufek is not here, but like Baptiste. They have small guys, big guys, medium-sized guys. They have the whole range. There's power, there's speed. I think it's a fun thing to watch. Not like, it's not too stale, but I love to see them fight. Especially like they put, I don't know if people know it on the stream, but they put second and first team is mix. So you have some of the first team fighters on the second team, and just 2 strong teams. And both are doing very well, and it's nice to see them share their glory, probably. But I really am looking forward to the fights from Dwarfs against Silesia, because Hulk is doing some amazing shit in there. Better than I've seen him do before, I feel.
He has good moments.
Yeah, that's it. It's moments.
Yeah. Well, as we touched upon Prague Dwarfs, I had Tomáš Gajdošík, the team captain of Prague Dwarfs, on the interview before, and he said that he doesn't want to be as reliant on trolls. He wants to make his own team and do it like walk his own path with the team. Do you think it's a good idea? Should it be like, yeah, we have this bunch of fighters and we separate it into some 2 strong teams, or should it be like, let's work as a team, not make like all stars and not so all stars? Or what do you think about it?
I think that it's very wise of Tomáš to go in and say, hey, we need our team, nothing more. Like, this is our team, this is how we work. Because a team is, again, it's as good as the guys it has. So like, if you suddenly get guys in or out, like if it's not a firm team, they will never learn to fight really together. Like when you know a guy on your team and you just work well together, it is perfect. And that's how you get those good teams. It's the guys that stay together and fight together all the time. They win. So I think Tomáš is doing well, he can always he is always sure of the support from trolls. But I think it's a good idea to build the team from the ground up.
Yeah, and we can see even some new guys that we get into the Prague club that they already have a great potential, and yeah, building a new team could be fun. Not a new club, but a new team. And did you have a chance to visit the gym?
No, not this. I don't know. Not the new one, like the one.
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah, no, sadly not. I hope so, but actually, where is it in Prague?
It's in the same building as the old one was, but a couple of floors above, and it looks like it's night and day. Before that, it was literally a troll cave, you know, like it was. We called it a hole because it was a hole in the ground basically. But now the new one. It looks like a martial arts facility.
Yeah, exactly. As it should be. Like I saw some pictures, like a firm list and a place to work out is so important. Like we are growing a lot in Denmark, our own club, but again, I need a place to have my guys hit the swords, hit the halberds, and like on paldas, and they need all the facets of the training, not just the fighting. It will make it all better. Like you need a rounded fighter.
So you don't have facility like that currently, but you would like
I think
to.
we'll get it very soon.
Yeah.
We're trying hard, and the city council kind of hates us for it, so. But we will get it pretty soon, I hope.
Great. Thank you for the interview. And enjoy the rest of the fights. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that, and we are back to the fights. And I completely agree with the Czech commentator that the Sierotki are showing great discipline in coming to the field. They are always on time. However, they are fighting another Polish team, the Silesia, that just came. They had difficulty on their way, and now they will be fighting almost every round.
Já tady ty krátké pauzy využiju k tomu, jsme ještě jednou poděkovali paní starostce Holubic, Sokolu, Holubice a celým Holubicím, která mi umožnila uspořádat tady ten super turnaj na tom super místě, kde tady fakt krásný, díky Holubice.
Fucking amazing. Get it up, dude. I mean it. I have never seen. Matthias always said you were one of the best. I said I think you're good.
Thank you.
This is a threat.
I'm not satisfied enough.
I don't care. Get your head up. You're fucking good. I mean it.
Jo, ta lítací kopačka byla ty vole, jak vole z filmu.
Hlavně to bylo Vaškovi, vole.
So, Hulk might shake things up a bit, but tell me, if we have some Polish fans watching right now, who do you think will take this one? Silesia or Sierotki?
Tak Silesia, come to the lead, please.
And slowly the teams are, well, the Sierotki are always ready, it seems. But Silesia is getting to the list, and we will see the Polish derby.
Tak jo, tak kluci ze Silesie už nám krousí do kolbiště, takže kdo chce vidět další fight, můžete se na to podívat, bude to Sierotki proti Silesii.
Následující fight budou Trolové proti Trolům. Následující budou Pikarti a Silesia. Pikarti a Silesia se připraví, budou fightit zítra si myslí.
And it looks like the teams are in the list, though a little bit lesser numbers, it seems, on Silesia side. They might have dropped someone.
Vidíme, že polský týmy jsou vlastně mezi sebou kamarádi, celý tady to naše setkání se nese v takým přátelském duchu. I když v tom kolbišti to tak nevypadá, ale jsme všichni jako jedna velká rodina, jedna velká...
Only 4 fighters
A to, že se
on Silesia.
boucháme po hlavách v kolbišti, no, to se stane.
But they don't look like they care.
Tím se vyrovnávají to 4-4.
Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, inside, inside. Yeah. Got it.
And Sierotki took this round. We can hear the Polish fans chanting. And I hear rumors that maybe we could be getting 12 versus 12, Czechs versus Polish. We all again have a little injury, hopefully nothing too serious. Looks like elbow cup has dropped, and he might have got hit there.
Taky jsem se to, protože jsem tady pak by nechtěl 12. Vydat jako. Ale na tom malém, tohle malém, to když si postaví proti sobě, tak si dají pocit.
Vašku. Nastavej se hlavně, no. Pořád ještě probíhá nějaká úprava zbroje Silesie. Doufám, že už to za chvilku bude v pohodě, oni se o toho zase dát. Ještě jednou připomínám, že za klub RKS Silesia bude český fighter Lukáš Halkeřábek, takže potlesk pevně.
And we go for round number 2 in Sierotki and Silesia. Again, Silesia is fighting in only 4. It was beautiful action from Hulk, and he takes another one down. And not another one, but he equalized the fight now. 3 versus 3. And we've got 2 versus 1 now. And round number 2 goes to Sierotki. But given that it's only 4 fighters from Silesia, they are giving quite a good showing. Some special actions from Hulk, the Czech mercenary for Sierotki. And now we will have Prague Trolls and Prague Dwarfs from one club in the field. But it's only 2 captains going to the field, so it looks like they will not be fighting. And it will not be a contest between the 2 teams of one club. And the Prague Trolls take the win in this club non-contest. And we can get ready for Pikarti against Silesia.
Silesia and Vysočina. Silesia and Pikarti's next fight with 5-minute break. Pikarti máte 5 minut, jo?
A small break for Silesia that just fought. About 5 minutes. And this might be pretty even. The Silesia is experienced team. The Pikarti is a new team. So if it was 5 versus 5, I wouldn't hesitate and say that Silesia would be taking this one. But it will be 4 versus 5. So that might equalize the strengths. Yeah, Lukáš, he does really well. When it's his day, he can do miracles in the list, and he did here, but it wasn't enough. But I'm sure that if it was 5 versus 5, they would it would be a different story maybe.
Napsal jsem, okamžitě ani nepřemýšleli, že by jako body do ligy, prostě nebo já jsem okamžitě vzali mě. Já mám fakt spoustu daleko vyšší výsledky. Jdi zařídit 4. a 5. Jak? No, to už asi moc nebude. Jak jsou daleko, holku? Třeba uvidíme, jak dopadneme, to je zrak nejde, protože se na
So, from what I understand, the part of Silesian team is still on the way. They will not catch many fights, if any, but there is still the option to do 12 versus 12, Polish versus Czech.
Trénoval jsem tyhle naskočený pušky. Jako svině. Ale štravně to teďka s těma širotkama taky ty vole si dám přijela za pomůžu. Tam to bylo.
Czekajcie, mamy 15 minut przerwy. Nie śpieszcie, nie stoi to.
Jaký dokazy? Já jsem rád, ale teďka přijede týhle, začnou dostávat balíček. Teďka už to nezvládám. Teďka to druhý nezvládám. Jo, takhle, tak už to řekl polsky. Tak jenom 4. Ale my celé přijeli, oni jsou tady, se popýtají. To nestihli opravdu nic se ozbroje. Přijeli 4, ale ten jeden nemá zbroj. Já jsem hrál Bouravem, na Bouravem vrátili se do Vroclavy, do další auto a jeli. Teďka přijeli, vole, co jsme šli s váma bojovat, takže taky vás málo.
Just to remind you, we are waiting for Pikarti versus Silesia, but Silesia just fought, and they are having a little bit of break. So any moment now we should be having Silesia ready again to fight Pikarti.
Já zkusím ještě sehnat, jak se dohodnou, koho bychom vám ještě dali. Ale zase 2 kola, když mi můžeme střídat, to je na pičku. Já to zkusím. My jsme jeli bez střídání.
Oni taky. Já myslím, že jo, asi se bezpečím.
Proti nám určitě.
Jo, máš pravdu.
Já jsem sundal Divaredu, cítím, jak mi něco pár, já jsem se zase troškama.
Kurva, je to na skočáka.
To znám, hej, přestaň kouřit.
Sperma. Víte? One man.
And we have a little bit of kids Buhurt in the field now.
Brakowało nam tu. Nawet nie wiem jak bardzo. A i daj się.
Budeme střídat konečně! To je jedno!
Jak widziałeś sierotki, to dałem z ciebie mało, bo ja
Nie, środek nie widziałem.
Tak, mácej! Češ!
Halku máš
na win go na win.
Jestli mě šlápne, to budu smutný. Já jsem hrozně rychlej, ale jak nemám to železo, tak jsem hrozně rychlej. A navíc mám spray, který rychle rozne to železo. Vítězství bude moje.
Dobře to děláš.
Hayley. No, to zase ne.
Pojavíš se.
Já tam do toho moc nekecám.
Ale přikut.
Máš kogo?
A ještě
Máš to rękawice?
Bravo.
Mám taky to, jsem moc narád.
Jaké si dal za
Co?
Jaké si dal za neviděl.
Tam vám chce někdo určitě rád jinak, poradí vám, jaký je váš nejbližší klub.
Co ty máš za nohy, jaké si dal?
And it looks like the rest of Silesian guys arrived, so now they will be able to field 5 fighters and have some changing.
Neskutečně, poznáte neskutečnou partu lidí, se kterýma si dovolím říct, že budete asi kamarádi na celý život. Super. Jestli to je pro děti to je... Myslím, že od 12 nebo od 10 můžou děti tým na tréninky a od 18 můžou bojovat na zbroj. Ale může být, všem bych doporučil napsat na tu asociaci HMB, Česká asociace HMB, tam se vás někdo ujme, poradí nám, odkáže vás, sem dál. Rozhodně neváhejte, jestli se vám to líbí, zabečuje zajímavý, běžte do toho. Potom nebudete takové jedno, že se to nikdy neskusili a bude vás to až vždycky mrzet.
Tak.
Pražský kluby máte jít možnost jediné show, což je zvykle vyzkoušet si konkrétní zbraně, které tady vidíte. Takže se budeme dvě bojové rezervy, které si můžete vyzkoušet, abyste si vyzkoušeli vlastně, jaká ta váha na tom kole, která ta část.
And it looks like the fighters are gearing up.
Odešli go, nech pomoże mi założyć hełm. Przyjdzie mi pomoc.
Taková zajímavá otázka všem začátečníků, kolik to stojí do začátku. S tím se musíte dělat starosti, do začátku to nestojí nic. Stačí, když začnete chodit na tréninky, nadřete fyzičku, nadřete nějakou techniku a pak, když si budete pořízat první zbroj, takže začínáte na nějakých 25-28 tisících a dostat se na 70-100 tisíc klidně. A hlavně je něco asi nejvíc, si myslím. Guys, you have 1 minute to fight. Pánové, máme 1 minutu do fightu, takže kdo chce vidět další fight, pojďte se na ke kontišky.
Przygotuj się.
Potrzebuję pomocy. Halo.
Wytłumacz mu, że mi... Pokaż mu, że mi pasek z tyłu zakrył przyjechał.
Żeby co?
Pasek mi przyjechał mi z tyłu zakrył. Ja, One first or harder?
Harder.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. And down with...
Yeah, down.
Yeah, okay.
Fajci, máme tady červený králič na zuby. Kdo postrádá červený zuby, pojďte k nám, dáme vám ho. Nejdřív musíme zkusit, jestli nám pasuje teda.
And the fighters are in the field. Pikarti with the support from Gili Weiss from Israel. And against them, finally, 5 fighters from Silesia. And here we go. First international test for Pikarti. This is their completely first international fight. And unexpected happened, and Pikarti takes down, but he wasn't paying attention, so Silesian guys equalized it, but he managed to put one Polish guy down. And again, the experience shows, but the potential is there for Pikarti.
Hal si přezbrojil, dal si pušku na slzy.
And Silesian guys take the round number 1. And it looks like the captain of Pikarti, Kolchos, is no longer going to be fighting. So that's a big minus. No pun intended for Pikarti, but they are still putting on a show. And equipment from, or some parts of equipment of Pikarti looks like to be breaking down, taking some damage. However, you need to test your gear in fights to know what's good and what's not, what probably needs changing. But big action from Pikarti. 1 and 1 go down. Big Pikartian halberdier gets to work on the Polish guy on the left from Silesia. Hal got to work on this guy, and he said, "Oh, motherfucker." And Silesia takes the second round 2 against Pikarti. And in the next one, it will be again Silesia against Vysočina.
Další fight bude Silesia proti Vysočině. A dáme 5 minut pauzu. 5 minute break for Silesia, okay guys?
And we will have another 5-minute break to give Silesian guys some rest.
Последний бой, возьмем перерыв, чтобы лучше.
And it looks like Trolls 1 are done with their fights. At least if the 12 versus 12 will not be happening, we will see. So I might try to go and get someone for interview.
Ważne z koniec batonu. Dlatego się wyjebałem w pierwszym starciu. Nie, zagiął się. Ale wygląda jakby ten. Nie, i co? A to Rysia.
Dámy a pánové, skončily boje 5 proti 5. Proběhne vyhlášení vítězů. A mezi fighterama už se povídá o tom, že by si český kluci rádi vyzkoušeli boje 12 proti 12 proti Polské. Takže ještě neodcházejte, chodíte fighty 12 na 12. Je to nová disciplína, která se objevuje na mistrovství světa, takže naši kluci schopni potrénovat. Mají tady mezinárodní konkurenci, takže jestli chcete vidět ještě masovější, větší bitvu 12 na 12, počkejte si na to po 5.
Ja pierdzielę, ja go zabiję.
Takže nejdřív bude 5 na 5 se dokončí, pak budou 12 a pak až bude vyhlášení vítězů. Ale rozhodně neodcházejte, buďte tady s náma, koukejte na signálu, Dvě minuty, Vysočina. 2 minuty. Silesia, guys, you have 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
A diváci, máte 2 minuty do dalšího Buhurtu, takže bych vám pít pivečko, mít páječky a pojďte se podívat ke kolbišti horem.
Vito, ja wezmę tą lżejszą halkę. Nie pasuje ci tam? Dobra, wiesz co? Weź małą siekierę z młotkiem. Spróbuj. Nie można bić młotkiem. Nie bij młotkiem. Tą taką białą? Bardzo się nadaje
Vidím, že fanoušky už se scházejí ke kolbišti. Doufám, že se taky začnou scházet i samotný fight, který podle Vysočina, máte minutu. Silesia, 1 minute to fight.
Dobra, chłopaki. Ja następny wychodzę, Ja nie biegam, mogę walczyć, chodzić, ale nie biegam. Idź za petę.
Tak Vysočina, Silesia, pojďte do kolbiště. Next fight, Pikarti and Sierotki. Sierotki, you have next fight.
A poslední 15. fight bude Silesia versus Pikarti. Holubice se plní. Chystá se 13. fight pořadí. Holubice takou a posledně Vysočina proti Silesii. Myslím, že to bude další skvělý fight. Silesia jsou v první sestavě pro ohromnou sílu. Tak mě mrzí, že tady ještě nebyly od začátku, to mohlo být mnohem dramatičnější.
Well, everybody is shy, so no interviews. Sorry, I tried. But we are going back to fighting. Now we have Vysočina versus Silesia. A slow start to the round. Attentive. Both teams very experienced, of course. And as it used to, when you call the spring, as it is always, when you call the spring, it pops out, and we had a lot of action. And now again we are coiling the spring. Morgul is flying around and got annihilated.
This is how you lose fighters with the tools. You can never tell before you reach the end of the tournament. So we lost 7 out of 8.
Round one, of course, goes to Silesia. Great action from them. Vysočina guys, trying to give them some extra motivation. Pump the team spirit, and off to round 2 we go. And the experience from from Silesia shows, and they managed to hurt Vysočina guys together. And we got Vysočina guy got struck down, and now Silesian halberdier gets to work. And finally this clinch ended in Vysočina guy getting taken down.
Maybe medic.
And Silesia takes another fight. Two to 0. You can see that when they are in fair fights, 5 versus 5, they are a really strong team. Sadly, we didn't get to see them in that condition against Trolls. It would be interesting. But we will get to see them against Trolls too, as the last fight of the tournament. And we go to Hussite teams. Sierotki and Pikarti, both referencing the Hussite movement in Czech lands. Let's see who's the better Hussite. And you could see just now the Polish wave getting to work. After they cleaned one side, they moved to the other one. But Pikarti Sierotki took the round number 1.
Chyba mu złamałeś obojcy.
Ale jste neřekl výsledek.
Robek! Robek! Tam jest nasz tasak! Po drugiej stronie! Taki brązowy z długim jelcem!
Nepopírám, že to mají vydřený strašně, vydali se tou cestou jezdit na východní turné, kde to začátku muselo strašně bolet. Rozhodně si to zasloužej.
We have a medic needed, but it looks it's not that serious again. A couple of minor injuries on this tournament, but thankfully nothing serious. Knock on the wood. Of course, Pikarti are new teams. They have some probably holes in their equipment, and they will know what to fix for next time.
Janusz! Zaintonuj! Sierotki! Sierotki! Jebać i jebać!
Jak to tak počítám, tak při Pikarti už taky moc nezbývá, ale jsem tam viděl 2 venku, takže si bude ještě Honza dostat venku, možná jestli postaví 5. Zopět jste to neskušenosti musí vybírat celý den, no, určitě takový lidi, ty koladit na zbrojení, ty koladit na fyzičce, na nějakou techniku, jak vystavenou, jak si to tady bude rozhodnout.
And the round number 2 between two Hussite teams. Jesus, that's a tongue breaker. Pikarti from Czech Republic, a new team, and Sierotki, the experienced. Whoa, we got to see some acrobatics right here. Maybe a little bit of breakdance.
Just standing around and like doing.
Tam jsou zakoupit nějaký silný vítr, nebo nevím, tam popadou hned tady tu jednou.
I think I'm going to like a little bit of breakdance.
And Sierotki won the round number 2 too. This one was fun.
How many duels?
I don't know. But I think only
One
fight.
And the last 5 versus 5 fight. Prague Dwarfs versus Silesia. How to close 5 versus 5 tournament. However, the 12 versus 12 is going to happen.
Jemu se nebude líbit.
Tak trpaslíky učím. 4 společný. Tato tam tady jsou pěkně. A Silesia tam taky pěkný.
And the Prague Bourse versus Silesia is now about to close the tournament of 5 versus 5, but not 12 versus 12.
Perský trpaslíci a polská Silesie. Pojďte fandit!
And round number 1 begins.
Vyčkává. Trpaslíci taky vědí, že to pro ně nebude úplně jednoduchý.
Hulk is doing his running that he's so good at, and the special moves, but now he got clinched up on the list by Stepan Hodr, also a long time veteran of Czech HMB scene. Of course, Hulk is now fighting for Polish guys. And in the middle we had beautiful takedown by the Polish guy, but he lost the gauntlet and got taken down. And Hulk managed to defeat Stepan. And now it's a power play for the Polish team. And we got a new halberd, and now we are going to see some halberd, good halberd action, I hope. To the shoulder, not great. Not great for the guy getting hit, I mean, of course. And it's 4 versus 2 for Silesia now. And Prague Trolls number 2 decided to stop the fight because they didn't expect that they will have a chance to win 4 versus 2. And rather save the power for round number 2. And the round number 2 begins. Again, careful approach for both teams. Big strike from the side. 2 guys down. Another one down. Now the Trolls have power play. And Prague Trolls take round number 2, and we go to round number 3. Beautiful fight between these two teams for the end of the 5 versus 5.
Já mám rád, mě by stačilo jedno. Jako rozhodně, tak ten rok pauza musela být strašně dlouhý pro ně. Je těžký prostě nemoc víkend co víkend někoho mlátit, to se nedá říct.
Jo, já jsem si necítil, já tam nebyl ještě. Běž Tome, já teda střed asi ne. Tome, tak Štěpáne, na střed běž.
To vy jste od někoho od týmu nebo návštěvníci? Tak návštěvníci ty jsou tamhle, prosím vás. And the round number 3. Let's see who takes this one. Oh, nice! That was a great strike that took away the halberd from the Silesian guy. And if I see correctly, we have a Polish guy down, and it's 4 versus 5 for Czech team. Another Polish guy down after huge strikes from the halberd. And another takedown from Punky. He's on the roll. And the fight is stopped, and the Prague team number 2, Prague Dwarfs, won the last 5 versus 5 of this tournament. However, don't leave, we will have 12 versus 12 coming. This one was close, that was great to watch. And in 10 minutes we will have 12 versus 12. Polish versus Czechs. And in the meantime, well, everybody will be preparing for the fights. But maybe some non-combat participant could join me for an interview. Let me check.
Tak jo, teď máme 10 minut pauzu na to, aby se borci formovali. Bude to do 15:10, jsou celé 3 hodiny. 15:10, začnou 12 versus 12. Guys, you have 10 minutes for 20 versus 12. 12 versus 12.
Tak widziałem, kurwa, zrobiłem stop, bo zapierdalałem Widziałem. Było dobrze. Okej. Thanks to you. No my sobie стараемся. Там у нас 50 километров, уже не опоздали. Nice fight. Yes, really nice.
Yeah, yeah. It's a pity that
We will prefer that
the few numbers.
we take more better fighters next time.
Yeah? A jdete ještě do 12? Fajné.
We changed to torpedo.
2 minuty na dorážky. Takže králové trpaslíci, Vysočina, Pikarti, proti vám asi ze Silesí, máte 2 minuty.
Nebo jako nemám připravený, ale něco vymyslíme. Okay, so ty jsi kapitánka teďka, že jo? So I managed to get Jana, captain and fighter of Prague Vixens, and so ahoy. I will be translating for her. So tell me, how do you see the progress of female MMA worldwide and also in Czech Republic? Jak světový progres ženského MMA? Sorry, not MMA, HMB. Sorry, pardon. Of worldwide HMB and Czech HMB for females. Světový a český HMB.
Tak já si myslím, že teďko se to dost špatně hodnotí vzhledem ke covidové situaci, že v podstatě ten Buhurt šel jak na té straně mužský, tak i na té straně ženský šel trošku do útlumu, ale začínáme se pomalu sbírat, začínáme se zvedat a já doufám, že se to obnoví v plné formě, jako to bylo před covidem.
So, Jana said that the progress was of course halted by the COVID situation, but she hopes that teams like the Russian teams and stuff like that, because you met them on Dynamo. Jak bys zhodnotila jako stav Prague Vixens v porovnání s ostatníma světovými týmama? Jasně, že jako v tabulkách Buhurtlích, tak jste docela vysoko, ale když potom jako fajtíte s těma nejlepšíma týmama, třeba na Dynamu v Rusku a tak jaký z toho máš pocit?
Tak je fakt, že ty světové špičky, jako ty týmy jako z Ruska nebo i jako vlastně z Evropy, jako třeba Finky se dostaly hodně vysoko, tak je fakt, že teda nám opravdu jako docela šlapou na paty a při zápasy dobrý ruský tým už je docela problém, protože vlastně, co jsme se potkali s těma ruskýma týmama, tak opravdu to bylo zajímavý, byla to dost jako velká škola, ale myslím si, že nikdo není neporazitelný, ale pořád bych řekla, za nima docela pokulháváme v tom, že v té připravenosti, vybavenosti a vůbec jakoby i v tom progresu, v tréninku, ve všem. No.
So, Jana said that they think that they are competitive or as good or even better than the European teams. She mentioned Finnish fighters that got really good in the recent times, and that even with the Russian teams, she doesn't feel like they are not possible to beat. That they are, when they fought together, that it was quite even actually. No, to asi takhle bude stačit. Nevím. Ještě mi řekni, co se týče tak jako celkově turnaje, tak jaký z toho máš pocit jako z toho, jak jsou trojlové dominantní a celkově jako, jak jsou teďka v Evropě trojlové dominantní a jaký to je s nima trénovat v tom gymu, který je teďka tak jako skvěle nově udělaný. Ještě to řeknu anglicky. So, tell me, how do you like the tournament so far, and how do you feel about trolls being so dominant, and how does it feel to train with them in the same facility that is currently remade, and it's like completely modern now?
Tak teďko vlastně celkově, když vidím ten turnaj, já jsem třeba hrozně ráda, že ten turnaj tady máme, protože tohleto místo, já jsem tady vyrostla a jsem strašně šťastná, že tady můžeme být a trénovat vlastně s klukama, s pražskýma trolama je hrozně fajn, protože teď se opravdu soustředíme na ty taktiky, na tu techniku zápasu, techniku schození a je to pro nás jako pro holky obecně je to obrovský přínos, že vlastně můžeme trénovat i prostě s o tolik silnějším soupeřem, jako jsou právě kluci a naše nově vybavená tělocvična vlastně s postaveným listem je jako fakt skvělá na v podstatě na cokoliv, jako Buhurtovýho.
So I will start with the gym. The gym is great to train at because it's specifically made and ready for anything Buhurt related, from condition to training in the list and stuff like that. And as for the this tournament, Jana grew up here, so it's great for her to see that the tournament could be held here, and she's really happy about that. And as for training with trolls, for them it's of course great benefit to be able to compare themselves to such a strong fighters as trolls are. Okay, so thank you, Jana, for joining me, and let's watch the 12 versus 12 together. No, jasně. Mhm. So, we will be getting into our 12 versus 12. I don't know what about you guys, but I can't wait. I love the more the fighters, the better for me. 12 versus 12, 21 versus 21, 30 versus 30. That's perfect. And already we could have seen the Czech fighters pushing the middle, but the Polish or international guys, because they have two Israelis too, held their ground and pushed back, and now it's Czech team who is pretty much pushed, aside from one even, let's say, island of Vysočina guys on the right. The rest is pushed back to their pit stop. But we could have seen the enormous troll Jakub Draxler, Kubzilla, who is boyfriend of Jana that we just did the interview with. Charge through mid and take one Polish guy down. And now it's again fight for the middle. Great takedown from the Polish fighter. Oh no, that's Margulis actually. Now it's just a mess. Everybody's fighting everywhere. Hopefully they are fighting their opponents and not their teammates, at least. And the Czech team won pretty decisively the round number 1. Oh yeah, I absolutely loved the enormous fight that was Battle of the Nations, or all versus all, before it was 150 versus 150. That was the best time of my life, maybe. I didn't get to participate in the Serbian Battle of the Nations. But it looked perfect. The big shield, that was something. might be interesting to see some parts of the rules that was used for 150 versus 150 transferred to 30 versus 30. You know, you would love to see a big shield wall, but that's just speculating. Of course, normal Buhurt fighting. That's the funnest thing you can do. Until you meet Jan Burgerstein and his axe.
Tam vidíme Kubu Draxlera, který to z pozice takového super tanka šéfuje. A jdeme na to. 12 versus 12. Český výběr proti tomu polskému.
Two lines. Not given an inch. But now Silesian guy. Oh, that was Hulk actually. He tried to push through, but didn't work out. Polish runner. Doing great job. Another takedown from the Polish runner. It was a huge halberd strike. You could see that he didn't want another one. Luckily he didn't get it. And somehow it looked like Czechs are not winning this one, but they are again getting their numbers back. I mean, not through necromancy, but that was a huge takedown on Morgulis. Sent him flying.
Další vítězství českého výběru, skvělá práce, já jsem si zakusila na mistrovství světa, dobře potrénováno. Děkujeme. Tak jo, teď si dáme 5minutovou pauzičku, aby se borci mohli trochu vystříknout ze zbrojení. Dáme si závěrečný ceremoniál, vyhlašování vítězů, předávání cen a takový ty hezký věci nakonec.
And it looks like, yeah, the fights are done, and we will be having the final ceremony, and the tournament will be over.
To je co? Čarovný, ne? Na záchodě. No jasně, předtím, když jste vlastně mezi posledním a předposledním, tak nějak jsem šla.
Moc mě těšila a doufám, že vás budu moc využívat jako nadále.
Určitě, jo. Já jsem potřeba jenom to vidět, takže vy musíte přijet a musím vidět, jak to vypadá, aby jsme věděli trošku s vám se jo?
Ono příště to bude asi jako větší turnaj. Hey Alex, this is the main chief of medics. So if you want him to open, we can discuss it. What? If you want him to your wedding slash jenom, že to bude těšinovně moc krát.
Jsou to taky padavky, oni lehnou, vlastně do nich někdo veme sekerou, on lehne. Za mého mládí jsme to ani nepoznali, takovýhle škrábance.
Jako bez strany hodně lidí je tady bolestí. Hodně.
Jo? Jo. Tak se, puste si dneska ligu fotbalovou. To je paráda jinak. Herečka.
Mě zajímalo, kolik jsem schodil lidí, ty vole.
Co?
Mě zajímalo, kolik jsem schodil lidí. Co ty, Kingu? Co ty, jak jsi na tom?
Já dobrý, akorát mi nevydržela zbroj asi tak 6 kusů, ale...
Jej, promáčklý nebo rozbitý úplně?
Při tom posledním kole s Vysočinou tak mi urvali oba dva řemeny na helmě, když to začalo. Jsem to začal nějak opravovat, pak dobrý, nastoupil jsem. Voleň se mi rozjela.
Rozjela nebo je to promáčklý nebo
zemeny, no.
Zemeny.
Tak jsem to vyměnil, dobrý a zalepil a pak vole rukavice mi odešla, ty vole.
Rukavice.
No já mám ty votanči ještě, že ty je pamatuješ, vole, jestli chodil, to jsou úplně sračky největší, ale prostě, když ti každý řekne vole 2,5 roku, vole, tak
hele,
je to lepší než nic.
Mišurin 3 měsíce a půl.
Fakt?
3 měsíce a půl čekačka, 3 měsíce ještě udělá, půl rok dohromady. Jsou za 450 euro.
Ty rukavice?
Ano. A nejde si, tohle jsou teda od Kuby, protože on udělal na sebe, ale ten debil, no nic moc, zvětšila se mu ruka. Jsou taky trošku malý, ale dá se s nima mlátit.
Jo.
No. A nezradí mě. Chce pohyblivost tohle.
Tak to nepotřebuješ, to ne.
Ale když mám jednu ručku, tak potřebuji udělat jenom zámek anebo někoho praštit. Potom byl dneska celý zápas, že furt jako někoho jenom tahám na stílu a dneska to bylo omlácný.
Já jsem si nebouchnul, a mi odešla ta rukavice, tak jsem si půjčil od Kuby a v tom nejde vole zápěstový nic, že jsem musel sekat loktem.
Ale sekání.
Pořádnou ránu.
Já třeba, když normálně jedeme fakt s disciplínou, tak já třeba dám za ten jedno kolo dám třeba 3 pěstovky a to jenom kvůli tomu, abych navolnil toho druhého člověka, aby se přestal držet šraně, nebo jenom tak prostě, jo.
Jako aby se přestal?
Aby se přestal držet. Aby se přestal držet, abych ho vyprovokoval k ničemu, rozvolňoval, nikoliv technika. Takže prostě si ho rozvolním a pak nějakou tu techniku použiju.
Ale nic, já jdu hledat to a se stane. Ještě k tomu.
Počkej, tu vol taky ty.
Tak tohle jde kam. Panky!
Panky, ty se dýchnou? Ahoj, ahoj, čau. Čau. Nazdar.
Naschledanou.
Ahoj. Zase po dlouhý době. Máte dost. Ahoj, ahoj.
Já už šel teda.
nezvyk ještě, jo?
Kolik jsi měl turnajů? Zatím moc nevím ještě.
Ale já vlastně přes korunu jedu vlastně 2.
Já vím, že jsem přišel to, že Kuba říkal.
No,
Prosíme diváky,
bez Kuby bych nezapal broj z začátku. Hodně mi pomáhal.
Přineste ho prosím k nám.
Hlavně něco nějak měl, že nemohl, že jo?
Nebylo mi úplně hezký, že
Já to neslyším.
Říkal, jestli měl koleno nebo rameno, že on vlastně nějak nemohl, že jo? Že byl nějaký
On měl tříslo.
Nebo tříslo, co?
On měl tříslo. Hele, už se nebude vůbec bojovat?
Ne, už je vyhlášen.
Ne?
Ale, no.
Naschle. Tak bylo je vyhlášen.
Tak 10 minut max. Kubo, prosím tě, nejez ho, jo? Kubo, nejez ho.
To byl ten maličkej, vole.
Jestliže?
Jo, já bál jsem se jako Buhurček mnohem víc teda. Má nic moc, vole.
Viděl jsem, jak tam lítalo, ty vole.
No, v mý straně moc ne, vole. Tam jsem dostal snad
Tam vedle, no.
obou ručky. No, protože já neměl štít a já nemůžu čekat, víš co. Krátkej ten. Si myslím, že Bubák mě nebude mít chvilku rád, vole. Tam do mě dostal nějaký pěsťovky. Tak tu jednu slova na nobře.
To, no.
Já říkám, tohle co blbě, že to Bubák, vole.
Právě.
No, tak víš co, oni tam byli. A pak na mě ty vole, makej, já něco, vole.
Makej, ty kudičko. Proč jsem šel na té straně? Aby jsem vás nemlátil. A ty si za mnou přijdeš a odštípneš mi zub?
Fakt?
To byla dobrá rána. Trošičku. Ale ty vole, fakt, ty vole, zazvonilo a musel jsem se předklonit, pak jste mě dokopali, ty.
To mě mrzí.
No, doufám, že budeš mít špatný spaní.
Já si zahraju Siona. Kdy bude to vraždění?
Krása rána, fakt to je
Ale ty vole, ale já
bylo
to
to přímo na spánek, přímo na spánek.
Ale já to hlavně nechápu.
Kubo, nejez ty
Kamaráde, já
lidi.
jsem třeba schodil 4 lidi, vole.
Oni šli, ty vole, to je...
No šli, vole. Tam na jenom byli jednou 3, vole. 2 mě mlátili a jeden mě držel, vole. A jako nevím, nemůžu říct, jak to vypadalo, protože já vlastně nebojoval. Jakoby neviděl jsem, jestli se zajebávala Vysočina, nebo to všechno dělalo někdo.
Oni drželi docela krásně liny. Ale když jsme se pak na ně natlačili, třeba to první kolo, tak na ten zápas 1-1 byli slabí. Takže se to tam hodně rozbělo. Ale to je asi za příště
Já jsem
únavu.
musel jít dopředu, protože já vlastně na 12 nemám štít, vole.
Ale ty vole, to stačí.
No,
Zvon, ty vole.
ty vole, já jsem si jako mám docela respekt si Buhurček, vole.
No?
Jsem potom musel jít dopředu, nebo asi nějaký tam mydlili, čurák, vole.
No, příště ti to vrátím, ty vole, jestli jdeš brzdit.
Tak příště budeme brzdit to, vole.
Ale to bylo to pěkný. No.
My tam byli poslední, koho jsme doráželi,
No.
troly.
Už pak nebylo toho, no. No, troly. Já tam byl jenom.
Jo.
Jak já jdem
Ale
se
hlavně-
válem, myslím.
No, Gej taky mě přišel a
Tady něco jako ztráty nálezy, protože já postrádám to po sekeře.
hele, s kým jsi to ztratil?
Ty vole, to se zlomilo někdy v
Počkej, myslíš ta nezlomitelná oboučka? Co se říká?
Ale já ji nezlomil, já s tím umím bouchat.
Hlavicu si našel, že?
Hlavicu už jsem taky si někde projebal.
Ale máš hlavicu, máš, ne?
Já vůbec nevím, jako vím, že mi to přinesli, dřevo jsem neviděl od toho, co se to zlomilo. A železo jsem viděl, položil, už ji zase nevím.
Zlomené, jakoby, jedno, tak jsme to hodili ke svým věcem a to všechno.
To odnesu, dokud si někde bude.
Jako, až moc one-sided, ty vole. Až moc one-sided všechno. Já jsem chtěl nakonec jít s Polákama, ale nenechali mě, vole. Proč? Já myslím, že by to možná i něco udělalo.
Tam docela dost udělal ten. Míša Morgul. Míša Morgul.
Morgul. Ty vole, já nevím, vole, já jsem s ním byl jednou. A zakop dvakrát do mrtvolu, vole.
A to se nepočítá.
Ale nespad.
Jak nepočítá?
Ale já jsem ten první boj viděl. On
Jak, vole, dal jsem
nezakopl.
mu dělo a spadnul do mrtvolu, vole. No to se vyser, vole, je to strike?
Ne, je to tak prostě.
No, počkej, až někoho schodí z Pikartu, budou 4v5, ty vole, já myslím, že to je jako, no to nebyl strike, to v pohodě. A najednou je tam budou dobíjet, vole, budou takhle na něm někoho se teď.
Ne, to jde o Míša, víš.
A nic, já jdu hledat tu sekeru.
Šťastné hledání.
Jsme malý technicky, víš.
Technicky? Sekáte moc. Víc techniky do wrestlingu.
Tak jde to duelant.
Co?
Jde to duelant.
Kdo?
Ona robí duely.
Je Morgulis.
No, o tom se bavíme.
Hňopulis.
Můžu aspoň dát vršek, ne?
Co?
Aspoň ten vršek, ne?
Já jsem od ní nepocítil žádnou ránu vlastně. Možná jsem dostal od ním jednou štítem, protože já nevěděl, jestli je můj. Já nikoho nepoznám. A on mi to říkal židovštinou.
To je nejhorší na tom, ne?
A dostal jsem dělo já. Tak do píč, ale kdo je se mnou, vole? A už jsem byl jako pomalou
červený.
Ne, nepočkám. Teď hned.